Alright everyone, a pretty simple yet important video. I wanted to share with you guys a trick on how you can make sure that you are going as fast as possible on your mount at all times. And something that you might have actually noticed is the mount is kind of janky. It's a bit weird. It's got some bugs with other parts of it, and you might have noticed that you're going fast all of a sudden, and then you slow down, and then you start to go faster again, and you're like, what the heck is going on? Well, I wanted to explain this as well as tell you on how you can make sure you're going as fast as possible. And interestingly enough, this has to do with your mouse cursor and its proximity to your character and your mount. And when you're on your mount, you'll actually see that as you're going on your mount, the closer your cursor is to your mount, the slower you're actually going to be going. And as you move your cursor further away, your mount is actually going to increase in speed. And so you might have noticed that when you're going faster and your mount starts to slow down, there's a very good chance that at some point your cursor interacted in a location that is closer to your character and your mount, causing you to slow down. So what you want to do is make sure that your cursor is as far away as possible from your mount when you're traveling as it can, like ideally at the edge of the screen, and you want to really avoid actually having your cursor interact with locations close to your character and your mount, because that is going to end up in turn slowing you down. So really important to be mindful of that going forward in the future. Now that was the really big one. I also wanted to share with you guys a couple of other tips on maintaining your speed and making sure you're going as fast as possible. It has to do with this ability right here, Spur. You're going to notice that it has 3 charges right here. And what you can actually do is if you line up these charges and you time them properly, you can actually really increase the speed of your mount quite a bit. There's a good chance that you have this figured out, but it's also important to note that if you actually time this properly, you can actually manage to maintain this even while you've used all 3 of them on cooldown, while you end up getting that 4th charge that ends up resetting on its cooldown. Now, something else to be mindful of is when you actually end up using these charges, if you actually end up dismounting, and then at some point you end up going back on your mount, you can see here in just a few seconds, you actually regenerate all of those charges. And that's actually rather significant, because if you were to actually wait out, if you're at 0 charges and you end up waiting out on all of these charges to refresh, it's actually going to take many seconds longer than what it would take for you to dismount and then remount. So just be mindful of that. Obviously, it's not going to be always ideal in order to do that, but there are going to be certain places where that's actually going to be more advantageous to you to do that, to get those short bursts of movement speed than to actually wait on that cooldown in order to refresh. So that's basically it. I know it's a short video, but I thought it was important enough to talk about in a quick video. So with that being said, that's basically going to be it. I'm kind of just running around here trying not to die while I end up finishing this recording. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future, and that's going to be it. Thanks again. Have fun, and until next time.